To help me with designing a CD cover and case and the full digipak, I'm going to be looking at some of the CD covers and cases from similar artists. I've tried to keep it within roughly the same genre, or at least have some similarities between what I'm doing. And I've just chosen some CDs from the library at my college. So we have Blondie, we have Bob Dylan, we've got Genesis, the White Stripes, My Chemical Romance, Def Leppard, and Radiohead. So 3 of these are CDs with 2 different CDs in it. So, for example, with the Genesis one, that's 2 CD limited tour edition. Bob Dylan, again, that's 2 CDs. And Blondie, that's a CD and a DVD. So if we look at the Blondie one first, firstly the cover is quite striking. What I noticed was that the colour scheme has been kept throughout. So as you can see, they're all kind of wearing red, black or white. So red and black, white shoes, all black, red and white, and then black. So they've kept that colour scheme throughout the outfits, and it's also reflected here and on the back as well, black, white and red. So Debbie Harry, the lead singer of Blondie, she's stood up and she's got quite a powerful pose on, whilst the rest of the band are sat down looking quite casual, leaning, and she's the dominant looking one, which is, you know, a recurrence in all their albums really. And it's a greatest hits album, so it most probably wasn't put together by Blondie themselves, and that means that they've kind of probably got less scope to do what they want with it. So the setting is what looks to be in quite an old-fashioned house, as you can tell from the carpet, the sliding doors, the curtains. So it's kind of a casual photo really. It looks like it's been taken at a home. And the only thing that's quite obscure about it really is the outfit choice, because that's quite unusual. The flat slip-on shoes, red knee-high socks and white and red dress, they're all quite unique. However, the rest of the band look fairly conformist, they look quite casual. So that's the cover. And then if we look at the back, they've got the track listing of the CD there. So they've got all the songs for the greatest hits, if it focuses. And bonus track, here's the barcode, that's on the back. And then they've got the DVD tracks as well. And then here they have some warning messages just about copyright and logos for DVD and things like that. So that's the front and back cover. The spine simply just says, if it focuses, just says Blondie Greatest Hits. And then under that sticker it says Music Productions. So I think it's just the producers of the CD, and then a serial number there. Then if we look at the inside cover, move that. So firstly, that's the CD, and it's quite simple, following the colour scheme again, white and red. And if we take a look at the songbook, so there's the cover again, and here we have the songbook, so it just shows you all of the content on the CD and gives a bit of information about them. So who produced them, who wrote them, etc. And then the second page is a picture of all of their albums. And actually this is a recurring theme. The Genesis booklet also has this. So that's good. As you can see, they've kind of reflected this cover here with their house style. There's a lot of red, black and white. Then the last page is the DVD track listing. and then they just have the special thanks section and other sort of copyright messages. And then the back is quite simple, it's just left black with the web addresses and further copyright messages. So that's quite simple, really. Then if we take a look at the back picture, that's another picture of the band, again wearing the same outfits, but this time shot in a different location, what looks like a dark, kind of empty concrete area. And all of the band seem to be jumping in the air, and kind of a recurring theme for Blondie is having Debbie Harry look quite serious or quite powerful in the photos, and the rest of the band look less powerful, less serious, more kind of laughing and smiling. And that's kind of reflected here. You can see his face is quite smiling. You know, they all just have a little less authority than Debbie Harry does. Yep, so that's that one. And then if we move on to the Bob Dylan one. So the front cover is quite simple. I'm pretty sure that's quite a famous photo of Bob Dylan. I mean, it's one of him in his younger days. And it's a nice medium close-up shot, playing his guitar, not giving direct address. So it shows he's quite into the music. The writing's kept simple, blue and white, and that is reflected here, the blue from the cover. So if we look at the back, there's another photo of Bob Dylan playing when it focuses. There you go. And there's the barcode, top right hand corner. What seems to be, again, more warning copyright messages. And then the track listing. So they have the disc 1 track listing here, and then the disc 2 track listing there. So that's the back cover, fairly conventional. Then if we take a look at the song booklet, just 1 minute. So there's a song booklet, and the first page includes a photo of Bob Dylan and some information there. So that's all just kind of a history of Bob Dylan. And that continues onto this page. Lots of writing, lots of short paragraphs. And then on this page we have, it's quite interesting, we have a timeline of Bob Dylan's life, so his successes. It's quite interesting. And it shows all of his album and single covers as it goes down the timeline. So I thought that was a nice feature, obviously better for an artist that's already established and has been around quite a few years. So that goes on like that. And then here we have more track listing and who produced it, who wrote it, etc. All there. And then there's the disc 2 track listing. Then on this last page we've got 2 different photos. One of a close-up of his guitar, and you can see his fingers there, so he's playing the guitar. And then on this photo, him just looking down. Again, all chosen quite young photos of him on the back. Another photo, this time in colour. Again, another young photo. And then here we have his website, copyrights, etc. We had the Columbia Records website also, and then the Columbia Records is repeated there, as well as in the second CD there. So that is the Bob Dylan one. And then if we look at the Genesis one, the cover is quite interesting looking. It's kind of simple, but I mean it's nice and colourful and intriguing. No photos of Genesis in this one at all. The back just reflects the front cover, and then we can see on CD1 it's got everything on the first CD, then everything on the second CD. There's the barcode, and there's all the sort of legal information and the web address. So that's quite simple. Then here we have the spine. So again, keeping it in the colour scheme, the same grey as we have in the background there, we have on the back there, and I've got it on the spine too. And it just has the title of the album and the band. So if we look at the song booklet, we've got the same sort of watermark on each page. So here we have just again more track listing from CD1, and then further from CD1. And then this middle page here, this is similar to the Blondie one, as it's got all of their albums and singles and all their album art. Then the watermark is continued as they go on to tracklist the CD2, and that continues onto that page. And then this back page is again keeping in the colour scheme. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's just got some information there. So the manager, the technical assistants, etc. And there I've got the web address and the Virgin logo. So it's again all fairly conventional, apart from the fact there's no images of the band, but maybe that's conventional to the genre. So the CD is quite simple also. I mean, it's just silver, has Genesis there in the same, and it's got that same sort of logo there that's on the cover. Yep, so that's all very conventional. So those are the ones that I looked at that had 2 CDs in them.